Welcome to the Bad Movie Night podcast, covering the worst movies you've never seen. We hope you enjoy listening to Bad Movie Night podcast.
Bad Movie Night Podcast. My name is Chris, and tonight we are getting into it. We are getting into the Philip J. Cook, not Dick. No Dick. Movie that is, of course, the 2026 film.
It's going to be very different than the rest of our pods, then.
Echoes of Dread.
Echo. Die down here!
Just want to go on record. I am scared.
I am scared.
Guys, we're back. It's been a little while.
It has.
We last episode, things went a little off the rails. I'm not gonna lie. Things were said that we can't take back.
Feelings were hurt.
This one where no one showed up?
No, the week before that.
When
The
we
last
actually did.
actual episode.
When we were talking in depth about Walter Koenig. I feel like this is a core memory at this point.
Rebecca, how do you feel about Walter Koenig? We need you to
I
weigh
don't
in
even
here.
know who it is.
It's Chekhov from Star
Check
Trek.
off from Star
Oh.
Trek.
You were on the...
If
what
he
was that
popped up
movie?
a tent on the moon, would you do it?
Yeah, you were on that episode, weren't you? Or were you on vacation on that episode for Moon?
I think she was on vacation now.
No, she was on the episode. She was on vacation the week after.
All right,
What
well,
was?
all right, it doesn't matter.
What was the movie even
Why
called?
were you talking of Moontrap?
Yeah.
Moontrap. Yeah,
Yeah.
we rehashed the whole
Yeah, we
thing.
rehashed.
Oh, you,
There was
okay,
much-
so you
Following
didn't
week.
talk about Steel Justice at
There was-
all. You just went.
couldn't even-
A little bit.
I don't even remember what the fuck that movie was.
Yeah, what was Steel
Chris
Justice?
drank an entire bottle of wine
I drank an
during the
entire
show.
bottle of
Drinking
wine.
straight from the bottle by the end.
Things got a little
Let
sloppy.
me tell you guys.
I'm just now remembering I
If
intended to
Walter
drink a whole bottle of
Koenig-
wine on this one, and I forgot until now.
In the pantheon of Bad Movie Night memorable things, we have the
that's up
15,000
there,
foot
yeah.
dam. We have
Swimming to New
to
Zealand.
I mean, to New
Australia.
Zealand.
how many houses down? We have He's Doing His Mommy. We have Monster Masher. And now we have Would You Have Sex with Walter Koenig on the Moon? And I
Have
feel
you
like
been
this.
douching?
Have you been douching? And it's got a proboscis. We've got a few, okay? And that episode, if you haven't listened to it, was one that will stick
One
out
for the Bucks.
for
Yeah, for
in the time when you think about Bad Movie Night, you'll think about that.
I noticed Rebecca didn't answer the fucking question, though. That's,
Well.
you know.
The answer is no. No reasonable person would want to sleep with Walter Koenig on the moon.
Except for
Turn,
Chris.
you're changing your opinion now, Chris. Now it's sober.
I'm
Chris
not
is
a
too good
I'm
for
not
it?
a I'm not
Sober
a
Chris
bottle
is too
in.
good for Walter Koenig.
Yeah, I sobered up, Ian. He looked good when I was drunk. He doesn't look so good right now.
You woke up and looked over and went, "Oh,
In a tent on the moon, though? Could you? In a tent? Could you?
I believe Chris
If he went?
The circumstance was if the world was ending and you were the only two people left.
We're done.
But okay."
But I will say I did stumble upon some images.
Oh, Lord.
Was that at Comic-Con?
I don't know if anyone can answer why these images exist. Spib,
I really
maybe?
hope that comes up at Spiv's annual review.
And
at work, that image
Ian,
right there.
I don't know. You guys tell me. So I don't know. No images like that exist to me, but I'm just saying. So
Nothing for Rebecca? Come on, that's sexist, Chris.
I don't do that kind of stuff to Rebecca. I feel like that's mean.
It's mean not to, frankly.
Is it mean, Rebecca? Do you want me to make an image like that of
No,
you and
thank
Walter? Okay, so she said no. So, guys, like
No
I said,
hesitation. Yeah.
tonight we are getting into Philip J. Cook, not Philip K. Dick. Two similar people insofar as their first name. Otherwise, not much through line there. But
They both do sci-fi.
So, yeah, they both sort of do sci-fi. Both are talented. Visionaries. And we're going to get into that tonight. Philip J. Cook was nice enough to send us a screener of Echoes of Dread. However, the film is available on Amazon for rental and buy. So if you listen to this episode and you haven't seen the movie and it sounds interesting to you, I do recommend checking it out. I just want to say that at the top. He is a low to no budget filmmaker, and we have to support these people who actually work hard and put effort into their films. Yeah. And Philip J. Cook is one of those people. And I think, I don't know, a year or two ago, I did a whole interview episode with him.
Yeah.
So you can talk about that.
You asked none of the questions I wrote.
I can't read, so.
Was that just me and you?
Might have been.
I think it was just Chris.
No, I think
Rebecca was on there too.
I was there.
Okay.
I just talked too much. I'm sorry, Rebecca. So, yeah, Philip J. Cook. That's what we're getting into tonight. The other thing I will say, at the end of this episode, I did an interview with the lead actor in the film, Austin Green, because...
Second lead.
2 weeks ago, when we were supposed to do this episode, or we skipped that week or whatever, I was shooting a short film that starred him, so we shot a little interview with him.
That's cool.
And he talks all about making Echoes of Dread. So make sure you stick around. After the podcast episode, I'll post that clip.
I'll be sure to do that.
All right. So Aaron's not here because Aaron's a fucking loser.
What else is new?
AJ's not here because AJ doesn't show up, and Lindsay's not here because she just ghosted us, which is honestly what most women have done to me in my life.
Eventually, yeah.
Eventually. No, I'm just kidding.
Rebecca's just biding her time, picking the best time to do it.
Yeah, she's going to make sure it really hurts when she does it. So, guys, we're back. I don't know what's going to happen next week. I think we still have a wheel. We'll see what happens when we spin it. But we have a lot to discuss here with the sequel to a film called Despiser, which we did a previous episode on. This is the, I guess, sequel. I don't know. It's in some ways related.
In the same universe, at least.
Same
Yeah.
menage a trois or something they say. Right?
No, that's not what you wanted.
Is that what you and Walter Koenig and Spiv did on the moon, I think, is what we were getting at that.
Hey, if there's a tent.
If there's a tent, Spiv was
there
ready.
better be a tent.
Spiv is ready to pitch it.
Ian knows all about that. So,
Dude, in Preacher of the Pines, Ian pitched those tents like nobody's
I
business.
pitched 3 tents.
Very quickly.
Whoa.
I only pitched
He's a
2. I only
pro.
pitched two. No, it's 3.
You
It's the
counting
big one
mine?
and the 2
You
little
counting
ones.
mine, Ian? Because guys, let's move on. We have a lot to discuss. Who wants to tell me what Echoes of Dread is about? Don't all volunteer at once.
it's been 2 weeks since I watched the movie,
You
but
good?
I'll try to remember it. Yeah. When a YouTube crew, the Nerd Warriors,
I'm a nerd.
goes on location to interview famed
Hey guys, I'm Austin.
paleontologist, I think
Don't
maybe.
make fun of me. I'm Austin. Guys, don't look at me. I'm Austin.
They show up to find their interview subject killed himself in a mysterious fire. When Austin starts having mystery shits,
I'm Austin. I'm gonna take a bath and have mystery shits.
and a creature comes out of the toilet,
Oh yeah.
will the mystery be exposed?
In the toilet.
Should they have invested in that bidet?
Find out.
Or will the Despiser make his way to Earth in 2026? Echoes of Dread. For shit monsters.
Austin gets naked in a tub, and now I'm gonna have to look at that footage all the time.
Have
That's
to or
what
get to?
bubble baths are
A
for.
little column A, column B there, Ian. That was pretty good, Spiff.
It was very off the cuff.
It was very off the cuff. If you saw a cuff, it was off it. There was
Watch
no
that cuff for how much
Like
you got on that cuff.
Chippendales. And then
Rescue
there's
Rangers.
that. And then there
Hell
was
yeah.
that premise hole.
This is great. This is not awkward at all. Not weird.
That's why we need Aaron.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Aaron is good enough.
He's
He'll
the
throw
glue.
in some weird shit, and it is the glue. That
Aaron,
binds.
I was just thinking that Aaron is the glue.
Aaron is the glue that you shouldn't sniff because it gets you high.
This all falls apart without Aaron.
All falls apart. But that's okay because he's been working on a door or something all day and decided to do
Wood
that
glue.
instead of joining the show. Now we're going to move on. Ian has prepared a history hole, so let's get up in that. And
Prepared's a strong word.
We'll deep dive. Which
He's got the
actually, you know
IMDb
what?
page loaded.
Let's play the new bumper then for this one.
Ooh.
Well, it's time to dim the lights. Things are gonna get strange tonight. Don't ask why, don't seek protection. You've just entered Ian's weird section. Weird section, weird section. Facts may vary by recollection. Weird section, weird section. Everybody fear the Ian inspection.
This is the weird section.
All right.
Everybody feared the Ian inspection.
Okay, we're talking about 2026 Echo of Dread. As Chris said, it is available for rental or purchase on Prime Video by one Philip J. Cook. He's known for Despiser, which we've covered on the show. He's also done Pungo, A Witch's Tale,
That was a good movie.
which we've covered on the show. I liked Pungo quite a bit. He's done a lot of movies in a series called Malice. It's in like Alice with an M. I don't think we've ever done this, but maybe we should consider it. Low budget to no budget. You know, he's hardworking. He's getting things out. You know, some capability with special effects and the post work. So yeah, maybe we should do Ghost Planet. That's one of his more recent ones.
We did do Ghost Planet.
We did do Ghost Planet. I don't think I saw that one.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
Was it okay?
We did it.
I might have to check that
Yeah, we
out. That
did.
is
Yeah, we
that's
did
more
that
my
one,
speed than this one is. It stars one Michelle Principe. Did I say that right? Yeah, Principe. Yeah, she's the main star in my opinion. She's done a bunch of different things. The one I'm most interested in is it was a moon thing, Chris. Moon Days. No word on whether it has any Walter Koenig in it.
Is it a
I haven't looked into it. It is a short. Darn it! I didn't realize.
Someone's got a case of the moon days.
He was in The Bunny Man in 2021. Is that one we did, Chris? I know we did something about
might
a
have done a
bunny
video
That
about
serial
sounds
killer.
familiar.
Yeah. Been in a bunch of things. Also features one Austin Green as her love interest. He shows up to be in that. He's been in such films as Creature of the Pines, upcoming Resurrection, a Biohazard Story, The Slasher Nurse, Prayers for Satan, Robin Hood, Rogue of the Forest, Transient. I forgot he was in Transient, but yes, he was
Wait,
in that.
Austin's in Transient?
That's on his credits
He's
as
got two
office
roles.
employee and gala attendee.
Oh, he was like in the background. No one saw him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't even remember him. Good job.
He was in Mary. He was
Subtle
in
acting. That's what a real actor does.
He was in Mary Palmas as Borphy.
Oh, I didn't remember him in that either. But okay.
Yeah. Yeah. He's not a very
crushing it.
memorable actor, apparently.
Well, he was in the Mutated Hiker as the
Mutated Hiker,
as
yes.
whatever the character was.
I'll remember him best for Taffy, Rita, and the Rattlesnake as
There
the
you go.
titular Taffy.
Taffy.
I really liked him as Taffy in that. And it also features one of the producers, Mark Hyde, who's been involved in a lot of Philip J. Cook projects. He's been involved in the Malice series. He was in Pungo. He was in Ghost Planet. He was in Despiser. Yeah. So that is the main things I would share about Echoes of Dread.
Ian, you had mentioned that Moon Days short. It's actually on Dust on YouTube right now.
Oh, it's on Dust? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So and
Okay.
I'm just flicking through it. Like it looks pretty cool.
Dust is a pretty serious
Legit, yeah.
channel.
That's cool.
Hopefully it'll get turned into a feature or something.
Is that?
Yeah, so that's
is
all
that
I got.
That was it.
That's it. I'm not a pro. I'm not Aaron. I'm not the glue.
What an efficient.
I'm at best tacky. I am not.
In and
I'm not
out,
the
in
glue.
and out.
What a very efficient history hole.
Yes.
All right. Well, I guess we're gonna move
Very
on. We're gonna
efficient.
talk about the film, and we're gonna talk all about Echoes of Dread. So hang on to your butts. It's gonna be a wild ride. Spiv's got them, both cheeks in each hand. So here we go.
Just $2 a month, that's all it takes to watch the pre-show and make our brains break. Suggest a movie, spin that wheel, we'll suffer for you. It's part of the deal. We're not saying it's morally sound, but it's cheaper than coffee and
Patreon.com/badmovienightshow. Very fun.
Very fun indeed.
Ian, what did you think of Echoes of Red?
I have such mixed opinions about this one, unfortunately. Especially because I did quite like Pungo. You know, the effects were pretty cheesy in Pungo, but in a charming way. And to some degree, I found some of that experience here too. But there was some AI slop in here, and it was really distracting, and it made it a little tough to enjoy, even when it did get away from that a little bit more. So yeah, this one made me feel weird, to be perfectly honest.
So you didn't like the AI?
No, like, especially because it was so obviously AI and not just CG. Like, there were moments in the movie where I'm pretty sure it was, more CG work. And there's other times I was a little unsure, but there was some real obvious AI slop here.
Yeah, we'll get into the whole AI thing, because, there's a lot to talk about with that. Rebecca, what did you think?
I thought it was an interesting story, like something a little bit more current with having the YouTube people. And so, like, it pulled some interesting ideas into it, but like Ian said, the AI was such a distraction for me. I think because you do the AI crap hole and we see so much of that and like the like even the trailers and stuff, that's all my mind kept going to. So it was just a little too much for me.
Biv.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, Philip Cook's always been on like the front end of visual effects. I think at least like homegrown visual effects. Like Despiser had all of those, Ford Fusions driving around, and Pungo had a lot of kind of blue screen, green screen stuff. And so this, I think, it's the logical next step. Society's opinion of AI videos, myself included, is kind of a negative one. Just because it's, I don't know, it takes effort to make animations in CG, and putting an AI prompt in, and yeah, you can tweak the prompts, and you could argue there's some effort there, but yeah, it did take me out of it at points, especially like the file footage from the Russian films that they'd found. Like the guys weren't even aiming at the right place, and it it felt a little lazy for Mr. Cook, but the movie overall I enjoyed.
I got to push back on the lazy thing a little bit, but let's look.
Well, I mean, because you make the prompt and it comes back with something, and you're like, "Ooh, that's pretty good," but then you can just say like, "Oh, have the guys aim at the creature," right? I mean, I've never made a video with AI, but I know with like pictures you can do that, and it fixes it. So that's what I meant by lazy there.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I'm a mixed feelings. We can get into the whole AI thing. I have a lot to say about that. Overall, I found the movie charming. I thought in the way that Philip J. Cook's movies are, insofar as they're a fun, adventurous romp with tongue-in-cheek humor that I enjoy. It doesn't take it too seriously, and it moves at a very good pace to keep you entertained, and it does a lot with very little. And so I enjoyed it for the most part. I did watch this several times and still couldn't quite tell you exactly the storyline insofar as its hooks into Despiser and all that, but it's been so long since I saw Despiser as well. So
it has been a while.
I think there's a lot to appreciate about the film, and I was entertained. I didn't like it as much as Pungo, I will say that. I thought that one was a little bit more out there, but there was a lot of moments in this that I did enjoy. The AI thing, I think there's really good uses of AI in this film, and then there is, like you guys are saying, some sloppy AI slop uses. I don't even like that term anymore. Everybody uses it. But like, I also find like people just say AI and then they're like hatred against it, but then they're hypocrites because I'm sure they use it. And there's so many filmmakers out there like AI, but then they use like sound AI stuff to improve their audio and shit like that. Were you gonna say something, Ian?
I didn't want to interrupt you. I'll come back to it.
So my thought was there was moments where there's like AI generated content mixed with actors and stuff like that in pretty interesting ways that I thought worked sometimes, and then other times it's like just get a drone and do it over a truck. But then like I get like you want this mansion that looks like something on a hill, and I mean the whole argument comes down to when you're a no budget indie filmmaker, the world is against you because no matter what you do to try and get your movie out there, everybody's going to judge you in ways where it's like, well, why didn't you just hire the graphic designer or the VFX art? Because you either can make the movie or you can't. Like that's where it lands.
But because that triples your budget immediately.
But with another filmmaker, you could say that though. But we've seen Philip Cook can do all that graphic stuff. So that's why it was a little disappointing that he leaned in on the AI too so much.
You say that, but you don't know what the difference in budget was between Pungo and this or whatever. Like when you're an indie no budget filmmaker,
the time spent.
There's a difference between $10,000 and $0. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
sure.
It's just.
We lost Chris. Oh, there he is.
Why did I disappear there for a second? That's annoying. And Spiv and you switched. So Ian, go ahead and say what you were going to say.
I'm just gonna say that, like, I have a nuanced opinion here. It's not. I'm not all anti AI all the time. I'm not pro AI all the time. It's out of the bag, right? We're not putting AI back. You know, it's not going away. And I think there are effective uses of AI. I use it for information, especially at work, or I was using it just to come up with good restaurant recommendations recently. I'm sensitive to it when it's used for art, though, right? Like. We're hitting this place in our society where we might be just wiping out tons of jobs because AI can do them. And some people are freaking out, like, how am I going to get paid? What am I going to do? How am I going to have health care? And all fair concerns. And it kind of challenges our whole system, right? And I don't know if we're ready to react to that. I'm open, and I'm sorry to bring this into a little bit of politics here, but I'm open to a world in which AI is doing most of our jobs and we have some kind of universal basic income or something adjacent to that, so that we can all live and spend our time doing art. If that means podcasting with our friends or drawing or making movies or whatever that is, like, people can find enrichment in those things while the AI does all the bullshit. I'm down for that world. So using AI to do the art while we all have to fucking work in Amazon warehouses sucks a big bag of dicks. So I'm sensitive to it, and I'm not happy about this film for that reason. On the other hand, I understand this movie doesn't get made without AI. Like, the locations don't even exist. Some of the things these people have to do can't be done safely without, a major studio-ass budget. So you just have to walk away and not make this film, probably, if you're not using at least CG, if not AI. But so I get why he did it. I might have just made a different film. I guess that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah, I can understand that argument. I think it's easier to dismiss when, I mean, you understand it, but most people don't understand how difficult it is to make a film, a feature-length film. How many roles there are. If you just look at the credits of a budgeted movie, how many people are involved?
So many.
But when you're making a movie with 3 people or 4 people, you have to wear 42 hats. And yeah, so I'm going to be more forgiving. There is some really bad, obvious AI in here that does really kill it, though, at times. And might have just been like, you made this 6 months later, the AI would have been better. Like, you know what I mean?
And
this improved.
And all of that would have been so impossible to do practical and have anywhere close to decent. And I do understand that.
Yeah.
Especially because you have to be period correct and
I guess my problem is when you have filmmakers who will say AI slop, blah, 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 I hate it. But then they'll use the AI sound improvement tools built into Premiere or any kind of tool that uses AI and have no qualms about that. And it's like, well, you're taking away the job of a sound engineer at that point, but you don't discern that as different because you needed that tool to make your project work. But then when somebody uses it in a different way, so I'm a little bit like, if this whole movie was AI and didn't try to creatively integrate it in ways, that would be one thing. But I see it more as a guy trying to get his movie out there using the tools available to him with very limited resources.
I'm not unsensitive to that.
And so taking even the AI aspect out of it, there's still a ton of effort put into this film.
For sure.
My point.
For sure.
But man, that lead actor, Austin Green, what a pile of crap. No, I'm just kidding. Should have replaced him with AI. No. The movie opens in a very fast pace. We're introduced to our characters. We're introduced to a little backstory opening with the guy Ian said, I forget his name, but they are going to see who
professor
ends up
guy,
killing himself. And see, like, that scene where he, like, starts the fire in his room and stuff, like, that AI I thought worked.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it.
It wasn't as over the top as some of the
because it was
others.
mixed with, like, real footage. Or
Yeah,
right.
I think that's the key. Yeah.
Was there an actual
integrated
actor for that character?
Sometimes
all
I
AI?
wondered. Yeah.
No, I thought there was an actual actor, and then there was AI versions of him at times. But
there is no character on IMDb. There's no actor listed for that character.
oh, well, see
It could
that.
just be sometimes with low and no budget films, IMDb doesn't have all the
No,
data.
I feel like.
So I have not done my research appropriately here.
Yeah, I then it fooled me at times. Wasn't it Rick Harding? Isn't that his name?
I think it's Rick Harding. Yeah, he's
Rick
on
Harding?
there.
Okay,
but yeah, some of the
mistake. My
scenes
apologies.
didn't look like a human.
Rick Fouchot.
There was moments where he's like walking with a creature and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah, I thought those were good, and it's Philip Cook. You know, we're used to seeing that kind of generated next to real setup.
yeah, and so we're introduced to Ruben and Samantha, the two YouTubers who have a kind of like a ghost paranormal show on YouTube. They have 3.4 million subscribers, much like the
Pretty much the
It was
like
on
us.
YouView.
YouView, of course,
just like the Ghost Bros.
just like the Ghost Bros.
Just like Ghost Bros.
And they are going to go to Rick Harding's meet Rick Harding because he has these. I don't even actually know what happens, but tell me what happened in this film.
Well, he's discovered these old films, and it shows some neat mystery sciencey stuff that the nerd warriors are into.
And that I understood all that.
Yeah,
I think where it lost me was how did these films influence people to shit out the dream? What was that movie called?
Alrighties.
Well, because the films were echoes of
They were
dread.
the echoes. The films kind of contained the spirit of these creatures that got burned back by the Soviets.
And then
pre-Soviets, right?
So
And,
then they grow
it's like
in
the
you
Ring.
and you shit them out.
It's like The Ring, yeah. But yeah, and then like they come out of the video kinda and gestate inside you until they're ready to come out.
So Austin has them, and then he has to shit them out.
Yes. So it's basically a documentary about what happened to him in real life.
Yes, it's basically an Austin biopic.
By the way, today is Austin's birthday.
Oh shit! Happy birthday!
Well, happy
Austin.
birthday, Austin.
That's it. That's all we have to say about you, Austin.
Now, Austin or Walter Koenig, Chris?
Austin every day.
Yeah, obviously.
I've already done Austin.
But Austin's never been to the moon, so
I took it
easy
to the moon.
choice. Only one of them is taking me to the moon.
Figuratively or literally?
So how did those tapes link back to Despiser?
That was a little more
I never
shaky
saw
connection.
Despiser.
Because Despiser, they're trapped in purgatory.
Right.
And there's the cop and the detective dude and the lady, and they drive around in these computer-generated cars. And then they have this big battle at the end where I thought they beat the Despiser. And they get out of purgatory, right?
Yeah.
But apparently, Despiser is one of these Russian creatures. Well, alien creatures that landed on the Tunguska
This
Which
is
is a real
asteroid
event.
hit, which is a real event. Yeah.
This is the cool thing is like I don't know how you come up with a story like this.
But
this is
to me,
interesting.
it was also a little distracting how much we're mixing up history because it couldn't decide whether it was World War II or World War One, and then Tunguska happened like 60 years. I didn't double check.
It was like 19
Didn't it happen like the
teens,
1860s?
right?
Oh, I thought it was.
Oh, I thought it was 20th
No,
century.
it was after World War II.
Was it? Okay, my mistake.
Tunguska event 1908.
1908,
Oh,
so
it
still
was
before
before.
World War One. And it seemed like they were mostly going for World War II in this, but then they also brought in the Tsar, which was overturned during World War One. I don't know.
Well, yeah, well, 1908 though, the Tsar would definitely still be in power. So, but yeah, so it's attached. Then the leader, I guess, of these alien creatures ends up being the Despiser, which didn't really make sense, but sure.
I mean, I had never saw
Fan service.
Despiser,
Good fan
and
service.
and nothing about this concerned me because you don't need to see Despiser to watch this film. In
Not
fact,
at all,
if anything, it sounds
No.
like it helps to have not seen Despiser.
I did like the one of the lead guys. The actor's name is Mark Hyde. He played Mr. G in this, the G Man himself. He was in Pungo. I recognized
if you will.
him.
He was in
Yes,
Despiser too, I think.
Yes,
he did
he was.
have a role in Despiser as well. I liked when they went to Rick Harding's house, or the house that they were staying at.
bed and
That it
breakfast?
was the exact same house that I had. It looked exactly like my house on the
It
inside.
really did, yeah.
I was like, oh shit, it's a Dutch colonial, and it was like the layout was exactly the same and everything. It was a little weird.
I mean, it was probably filmed right here in Pennsylvania as well, was it not? Might have
I
been
think
the
he's
same
in
building.
Maryland.
I think Virginia.
Maryland. Oh, okay, Virginia. Yeah, it's somewhere around there.
I remembered him being in Pennsylvania, but I don't know.
Yeah, he's nearby. Yeah,
We do learn that Austin is able to hack the internet to get the YouTube channel of Rick Harding back active, which is how he ends up infecting himself.
That was my
because
favorite joke in the movie.
I liked his list of passwords. Yeah,
Yeah, that was pretty good. And he is able to reactivate his YouTube channel. And the problem is, like you said, is when you watch these tapes, the infection, I guess, kind
Get
of
the
spreads.
butthole infection. Yeah.
Get the
Yeah.
classic beehole infection, as one does.
7 days.
Like a yeast infection, but a little worse.
But
little
the
worse.
problem is he's not just watching it himself, he's reactivating the channel for
Yes, he
the
published
world
the
to be
videos,
able to
yeah.
watch.
That sets up the sequel, guys.
Does set up a sequel. So
Well,
keep going, Ian.
I was going to say, I thought they'd already all seen it, and we're all these people who'd seen it all over the world were
That is
convening
true.
upon this location, and I guess probably just the realities of filming with 4 people, made it not as dramatic as it had seemed.
Yeah, I think the crew for this film was very small. I think Austin said that Philip kind of did everything, and I could tell there's the lighting in this movie's not very good for the most part.
It was passable.
It was
Passable.
passable.
I've seen much worse for similar budgets.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like nothing took me out.
It was better than Wickedness.
Well, yeah.
Everything is.
Then things take a weird turn though, because they find a hidey hole in the backyard, which is kind of the hole to the creature's domain.
And they use the creature the little
That's right. The little
born
butthole.
creature to find it. Like the drone and following it into.
This movie's like Dreamcatcher mixed with The Ring mixed with Despiser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The little dose of like Indiana Jones.
With a little hint of Indiana Jones. What did you guys think of Michelle Principe as Samantha?
I thought she did a good job.
Fine job. Yeah.
I thought she had a tough, deck of cards to play with. Like, I don't think the dialogue was very natural for her. It felt like it was written by somebody 30 years her senior.
Yeah, it was trying too hard to be cool at times, but plus I imagine it's very hard to act when
I think-
the things aren't there with you.
True.
Yeah, and there were certain instances in the film where it definitely felt like the reality on the day of filming didn't really kind of fit with the script, and they just kind of stuck with the script. Like,
way.
like when they're chasing the little creature and it gets into the culvert, you can see to the other side of the culvert the way they edited that. It's like, okay, run over the hill to see where it comes out the other side. It's a straight fucking pipe.
yeah.
Like, if you don't find it, okay, it got away before you got over the hill. I understand that, but like, I don't know, maybe fucking try. It's the fate of the world in your hands. But again, that's not Michelle Principe's fault. That's And I thought Austin's character. I like Austin. He's a friend of ours. If that's not clear, and I think he's a good actor. I don't think this is on my list of great Austin performances, but I don't think he was given much. He was like the useless love interest, and there was like no background on how they came together. They were affectionate towards each other, but it wasn't clear what they liked about each other even necessarily.
I thought their dynamic was good. I liked their
The dynamic between the actor and the actress was good, but I didn't feel like there was any, like, I think if you cut that whole role out, I don't think it really changes the film that much. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like there was no meat to
someone
the
has to
characters.
birth
What I'm saying, like
the-
Austin.
His infection and his ability to do the hacking and stuff, it drove a lot of the plot there. Mm-hmm. But I think
It's true, but you could have had her do the hacking. And,
You could have easily combined those two characters without excessive difficulty.
Yeah.
And I felt like, I don't know, like Austin's really good at chewing the scenery, and I don't think he was given much scenery to chew.
Yeah, I mean, they did. Once he became infected, he kind of had his role relegated to just like suffering guy on the bed for a while and stuff like that.
yeah, and then he disappeared.
And I think where the source of my concern is just that, like, I think this is a premise-driven story, not a story-driven story or even a character-driven story. Like, there's no background to the character. Like, I don't feel bad for his suffering, not because the actor didn't bring the work to the table. I just don't know anything about him other than that he's her boyfriend. It's like his only,
His only characteristic.
I didn't care that much.
The thing that like this movie felt way more smaller scale than Pungo. Pungo had this large sense of world that it built.
Yeah.
And this movie, it was like, all right, we're in this house, and then we're in someone else's house, and then there's this tunnel in the backyard. Like, it didn't feel, it just felt
AI
convenient
tunnel.
in that
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
No, the tunnel was a mix of AI and real.
Oh, okay.
Philip built that in his backyard, according to Austin.
Oh, wow.
So there was a portion of that was real.
I think they
and-
just used some kind of effect for the entrance.
Probably. But I didn't, like I said, I didn't get the sense of a bigger world. Now I get like Pungo ventured into a fantasy realm that was different, and this movie was more grounded. But that was the thing that we loved so much about Despiser, was them driving that fucking Ford Fusion or Focus or whatever into purgatory and shit. And yeah, I mean, I just remember in Despiser someone like falling out a window, and the silliness and campiness of the effects was lovable, and it's just not there with the AI. So that I will grant you. And the Despiser itself had a really fun, I don't even think if I recall, it wasn't even the main villain, but it was like the number one in command had a big, I don't know, he had charisma, he had like a fun character. And in this, there's really not like an antagonist, like a direct antagonist that they're facing off against. So it just felt ambiguous at times, I guess. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Disconnected.
Yeah.
What'd you guys think of the ending?
I liked it. I was impressed that they actually
It's
got
ambitious.
a gasoline truck.
The truck thing.
That truck was
pretty
real.
cool.
I mean, there was a thanks to the fuel company in the credits. So
I think what I respect most about this film, and where I do get a little bit forgiving of the AI stuff, is that the scale is much bigger than the budget, right?
Yeah.
Like the biggest difference between a Philip J. Cook and a Christoph J. Rupp movie is Chris is containing his budget with not being that large scale of intentions with fiery trucks and creatures and 80-foot tall creatures and
Have
stuff.
you're mostly through the ones above? That's not true. I mean, it mostly is true, but there is some other stuff in there that's a bit more, yeah.
Yeah. So
I think that came up in the interview too. I mean, he was saying, it's hard to do more than, two guys in a room movies.
Yeah, he
on a
criticized
small
Transient
budget.
because
So,
of that.
yeah.
That it was beautiful, but like it's just two guys in a room. Like,
Yeah.
And it's just a
wanted
different
more,
philosophy,
but-
and I wouldn't say one is even more correct than the other.
No.
Philip J. is I put him in the same boat as the late great Milko Davis, whose ambition far exceeds the resources he has, but he knows how to do the effects himself, and powers through with what he knows how to do.
I think that works. That doesn't work in the kind of films that I make.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. And I'm not saying you should. I'm not saying you should do a Philip J. Cook style movie.
Because like I think the tone of this movie is correct, and the tone of most of all the Philip J. Cooks and the Milko Davis movies we watched are correct insofar as the humor is there and it doesn't take itself so seriously. So when the effects don't really sell legitimately, that's fine. That's part of the fun.
Right.
But for the movies I would make, it would take you...
They're not fun.
It would take you out of it.
They're too serious.
Too serious. I should probably try and make fun movies. People don't like the serious movies anyway, so whatever.
I'd be kind of curious to see what happens if Christopher J. Rupert and Philip J. Cook come together.
There's no way
to make
that would ever happen. Based on that interview I had with him, there's no way. The egos would collide in horrific ways.
Chris has such a huge ego.
I
don't know.
I do, yeah.
I would like to see... This movie could have been more interesting, and I could have forgiven some of the things I didn't like more if I thought the characters were more fleshed out in the way that you're very good at. The characters always have a through line.
Although it's hard to flesh out characters when everything's always moving forward.
Exactly. His movies focus on spectacle and fun plot. My movies, well, at least Transient and the ones above, are like more character heavy.
But spectacle doesn't count for shit if you don't care about the characters. You know what I mean?
What are you talking about? Like how many fucking Roland Emmerich movies and shit? Like that's what they are, though, right?
And he gets criticized for that, does he not?
Yeah, but he also makes $12 kajillion. So.
True. Like my favorite movie of all.
With those.
My favorite movie of all time is Shaun of the Dead, and I think what's so great about that movie is it doesn't fail at any of these things. It has it has a real distinct heart to that movie, and the relationship between Shaun and his girlfriend, and the personal growth of that character. But also you get the humor, and it's also on point, and you get the premise and the zombies and all that cool shit, and that's on point. So and it's really hard to do all those things really well. That's kind of a miracle that movie works as well as it does. Most horror comedies fail at least one of those things.
I think horror and comedy have a similar style insofar as it's very musical in building up and then a release, like a rise and a joke in same ways. But what you're describing isn't feasible for most indie films because that requires to do both character and spectacle and interweave them would require you to make a movie with a budget. Shaun of the Dead had millions of dollars, millions of dollars.
Yeah, and I don't mean to compare, Edgar Wright to Philip J. Cook and Christopher Rupert. But I don't know, writing doesn't cost you more if you're writing it yourself. You know what I mean?
No, I've written plenty of movies that are I can't make because I'll never get that much money.
Right.
So, but what's the purpose of that? Like I do it because I wanted to get the story out of my head. But otherwise, it's just a waste of time.
I mean, it's a creative exercise.
Sure,
it's building your skills so that when you do write something you can make, it's pumped those up.
I guess, but I don't know. As a creative, the whole thing is you want to make things that people can see, and when you make stuff and you know that it'll never be made, it kind of kills you inside as well.
Could see that.
I don't know, man. Do it for the process, not the result.
I feel like that's not how most creatives work. I don't know. I could be wrong. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I don't even know where we were going with that.
I mean, how many bands write loads of songs knowing that most of them don't get made? You have to do some culling. You have to put in the work of learning to get to, and maybe writing a big spectacle thing that you'll never be able to make. You learn stuff about writing in a particular way that you can apply to something you can make, and it's in your back pocket if you ever do get an opportunity.
Although if you don't make it, I don't think you learn what works and what doesn't.
I think one, that's easy to say in hindsight, but I would guarantee all those bands writing their songs are dreaming that they're going to be able to play this for people and they're going to like it.
I mean, I imagine every musician's a little different in this way.
And again, if you write something and no one ever reads it or sees it, what do you learn from it? Like I learned a lot from Transient and all the failures and everything and what succeeded, but and
I'm sure you learn more from Transient than something you wrote and didn't make, but it's not like you didn't learn anything. And you also do,
that's true.
If you make a big spectacle thing and you love your script and you just can't make it, that's still in your back pocket if 10 years from now you're in a different place in your life and you do get an opportunity. If transient or the next movie leads you to something bigger, you have that in your back pocket.
I don't think
And maybe
this-
10
yeah.
years later, you feel differently about that script and you need to rewrite it, but you do still have it and can apply the lessons you've learned in the previous 10 years to, doing a redraft.
Pretty sure we decided before the show that in 10 years I'll be dead as the first dead member of Bad Movie Night to go on the podcast. But yeah, I don't even know how we got to that talking point, but
Just comparing styles.
comparing styles. Yeah. So, all right. Well, is there
All's
anything
valid.
else to talk about with the Echoes of Dread?
I thought that the end was fun, and especially like that big underground. I mean, it was all, I don't know if it was just drawn or AI, but it was cool looking, like this
Yeah, sitting under
underground
the mountain.
catacombs kind of thing. And
The dwarves abandoned.
mouth
it did.
talking
It kind
in
of
the
reminded
wall.
me of Moria. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and the mouth in the wall.
Mouth
that
in the
was
wall
cool.
was
Yeah.
cool.
And Austin was stuck in the wall.
That was
I feel like Austin should have been a little more slimy coming out of that mouth. That's all I got to say about that.
Probably. But it is what it is.
Austin
and then
coming
the
out
whole
of that
end with
mouth.
the gas truck and pumping the gas in, and that was cool. You got your big explosion at the end.
that was a fun mix of AI.
Yeah, and that blended well, I thought.
I thought it blended pretty well.
Yeah.
And it was, it escalated in a way that I thought was cool.
It did.
So, yeah.
I will say I liked the little creatures, the one that came crawling out of the toilet. I thought they were really effective. The big creature just looked corny to me.
Yeah.
It was a little corny.
It was tough to get a sense of how big it was.
The leeches in the tub, I was a little confused about, but that effect worked really well on Austin.
Leeches in the tub.
They were coming out of the
Like coming out of the spigot.
the spigot, yeah, and
those
went
were
into Austin's
gross.
mouth.
Yeah, reminded
That
me of
looked
Ghostbusters
really well.
too.
Or really good. Is it well or good, Spiv?
Good.
Looked really
looked
good.
good.
Yeah,
Really
good adjective.
and well. All right, so that's Echoes of Dread. Like I said, it's available now on Amazon, so maybe go check it out. It's a fun time. Ian, would you recommend Echoes of Dread?
I don't think I'm actually as negative on this movie as I probably sounded throughout this. I really do respect the ambition and how much it takes to make a movie like this and how hard it is to do with so little resources. But I think I'd probably just say, I don't know, if you haven't seen Pungo yet, go watch Pungo. I like that a lot more.
Rebecca.
I'd probably skip this one.
Rebecca.
Yeah, I think I would recommend it. It does have its moments of AI that kind of pull you out of it. But then, like we've said, there are good uses of it that work and kind of go right back into it.
Spiv.
Yeah, I'll recommend this one, especially if you're a Philip Cook fan. It's right in his style, and it's not boring ever. The AI does pull you out of it at points, but you get right back in. So yeah, it's definitely recommended.
How many people were Philip J. Cook fans when he did that? What was the first, like one of his first space movies we watched? I forget what it was called.
We watched that one after Despiser. Yeah, that first one he did,
What was that called?
which was, it had all like the matte paintings and stuff. It was so good.
Was it Beyond the Rising Moon? What was that? Outer World.
Outer World.
Outer World.
So how many people
Yeah.
were like huge fans of Outer World, and then like the next movie he did that had CGI, they were all like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he goes with the times, and that's cool. And sometimes it works really well, and sometimes it doesn't, and it's filmed with the AI. So, but overall, it's the same vision and voice and tone that I really enjoy from Philip Cook. And so, if you like that, I think you should check it out. All right, so we don't have an AI crap hole, but we do have, again, we have Aaron with Walter Koenig, AJ, Spiv.
At least
and-
I got young Chekhov.
I like how it made AJ like a little more balding than he is.
Oh yeah, that
He's got.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, and that like Walter Koenig looks like he has Alzheimer's there.
Yeah, he's like eating a weird peanut butter sandwich or something on the moon.
He's like,
And I don't know
"Why
what
is
is the
this
bottom
person
right.
next to me?
What is that thing at the bottom right? Is that an alien they ran over?
Don't know.
I don't know.
Oh no.
And you have young.
Kind of turnip root.
Oh, you got even younger.
Very tender. Very tender.
Yeah, you guys.
Oh,
That
you
looks
got-
like
you got
love.
Earthrise.
This
there,
looks like
too. That's
passion.
good.
This looks like love. I'm just saying. All right, let's move on.
We're just enjoying the embrace. It's not about the gross stuff.
Fair. All right, let's move on and play a game. So here we go.
Game time, baby.
Your theories are the worst kind. Right? Your methods are sloppy. Your conclusions are highly unpleasant. Shall we play?
All right, so we are going to talk a little bit about YouTube and YouTubers. Starting off, what year was YouTube founded?
1922.
2003.
That's not what I meant to say. Ah, Stefan's here. What's up, Stefan? How you doing, buddy?
2003.
2006.
It was 2005 was the first one. Yep.
Something at the zoo, right?
In what state was YouTube founded?
Oh, boy, that's a good question. I'll just
I
say
don't
California.
know. Utah?
Yeah, California?
It's going to be somewhere weird, otherwise it's not an interesting question, right?
California.
Oh, okay.
Yep, headquarters are still there. YouTube was first founded as what kind of site? Dating, gaming, shopping, or cartoons?
It was a dating site.
Yeah, I think it was. Share your video of your, share your video of you, like, hey, I'm
Like a
Chris,
video
and I
dating,
want to bang
that's-
girls with blonde hair or whatever. And
Want
are
your king.
80 years old.
It was originally a dating site. You
Why does it say Chris and he wants to bang girls that are blonde and old or something, whatever Ian said?
Because we all know this about you.
You guys made that up. That's not even real.
Whoa! You leaned it hard into that, Chris.
The old ladies? That's you, Chris. That's
How is that? You guys just make that up.
We need Sean back here to pull the footage. Jesus Christ. Dude, you leaned hard into I like the old ladies, and then you had too much wine one night and you were going on about how much you wanted to bang who's the actress? Lynn
Lowry?
Lowry, I think.
I don't think that's
Was it her? If it wasn't her, it was somebody in her age bracket. And in the types of similar types of movies. I hope one of the listeners will listen and point out what episode Chris did this on, because it's a Chris thing. It's just become a regular running joke on the show.
just a Chris thing.
The first video on YouTube was a guy visiting what? A strip club, a zoo,
spits
a
all over
museum, or
I
a
spoiled
school?
this one, yeah. A zoo.
Rebecca, you need to kick his ass. Send him in the corner for timeout. Gotta be a zoo,
museum.
right?
A museum.
It was a zoo.
That guy looks familiar. I don't think I've seen this video before. Did he become famous after this?
I think he's the founder of YouTube.
And he
is he?
owns YouTube.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
How much did Google, that should be buy,
That's right, I got
BUI,
it,
YouTube
2006.
for in 2006?
It was a lot.
It was probably a lot, yeah.
But a lot for that time would have been different. I'm going to
$4
go,
billion.
not for back then. I'm going to go 250 million.
300 million.
$1.815 billion.
It's crazy for 2006.
And it was a year old. It had been founded in 2005, and they paid that much in
Well, it
2006.
took off so fast.
How many hours of content are uploaded every minute?
Oh, boy.
Those servers have got to be insane.
500.
Yeah, 5,000.
I got no fucking idea.
It is 500 hours every minute.
Wow.
Never catch up.
The most viewed
I love the idea
video.
of somebody trying to watch all of YouTube.
The most viewed video on YouTube has how many views? And it is
boy.
Baby Shark.
Is it Baby Shark? I know. I've seen some with billions. So it's
like
gonna
12 billion or something.
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, 10 billion.
16.5 billion views.
Proud to
Yeah,
say I've never been one of them.
Me neither. That song was vetoed from our
How
household.
much money did that make them? Oh my god, that made them so much money.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Baby Shark.
How many subscribers does Mr. Beast, with the most subscribers,
douche.
have?
100
I
million.
don't pay attention to these things. I've got no context.
300 million.
Yeah. I'm gonna go 500 million.
504 million subscribers.
He rubs me the wrong way. I don't trust that guy.
He strikes me as a creep in some way, and I can't put my. I don't know why.
And that's it.
Great stuff. YouTubies.
I assume Just Daggers has the second most number of subscribers on YouTube. Yeah,
probably.
It was an Indian channel, I believe.
Wasn't PewDiePie like the biggest?
You should not have taken me that seriously. Just Daggers is Stefan's channel.
Oh.
All right. Let's move on and do some feedback. Here we go.
Drunken reviews, your hardest bad takes, and your sketchiest news. We'll read every word with our hairspray held high, even the dumb ones that make us ask why. It's time for listener feedback.
Grow your beard like that, Chris.
Nah, that is like the worst. That is the worst possible version of Chris. That's like Chris as like shitty, like drunken stepdad who like beats his stepkids. That's that version of Chris. You look terrible in that one.
I look terrible in real life too.
You don't look nearly as terrible in real life as that version of Chris looks.
So you're saying he does look terrible?
Thanks. That was one of the nicest things you ever said to me.
Well, last time we checked out Robosaurus. I think
these comments have got to be great. I hope.
Jinx, Psy, 5 old men, and Rebecca has to be the adult. One is saddened. Then again, all you whippersnappers are younger than me, and I only adult when forced to.
Rebecca's not like a lot younger than any of us.
She's
the same age.
I'm the old man here now that Aaron's not on.
Do you feel old? Who feels old?
Me.
I feel old.
Do you feel old? Why do you feel old?
Something came up in the Slack just this week. Oh, the wind turbines at Turkey Hill Dairy.
They're coming down.
I lived in Columbia when they were building those, and like every day on my commute, I'd see like the turbines coming down on big, giant, like oversized truck.
Yeah, they had to like shut the road down. Yeah,
and like now they're like decommissioning them, and they're decommissioning them a little early, but they were still like designed to
like
fail by 2030.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's like Jesus Christ, like freaking renewable energy is failing within my lifetime.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's because didn't they like do something? Didn't the government do something that it?
No, they were sold to another power company, and that company had zero interest in maintaining or fixing them.
Mm-hmm.
So they let them.
They're like barely ever running.
The one's been broken for like 3 years, and the other one broke this year. And yes,
do you think it's because Columbia has no wind, Ian?
I mean, no, I think the equipment failed.
Up there on the hill, it's windy most days.
And it's south of Columbia. Columbia actually does have no wind. It's like stuck in this little valley between different ridge lines. When I lived in Columbia, it was great because like the whole county would lose power, but Columbia would still have power because the power generating station was in our town and there was no wind in our town.
I like a nice breeze, though. If I open the window, I want a nice breeze.
The breezy wood overlook would protect us from such things.
Yeah, apparently it was going to be multiple millions to repair them, and this about the same to replace them, and it just didn't make financial sense. So,
yeah, I have a bunch of coworkers who are a lot younger than me, and I always have to be like, I make a reference, I'm like, fuck, that was from the 20th century. I'm sorry, it happened it happened before you were born.
So they're going to tear them down, put an AI data center up in their place.
Probably.
On the landfill. Hey, at least it's using the land.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, building them on landfills, if you must have AI data centers, might be the move.
It's true.
Of course, I don't know how much that land settles, how much weight you want to put on top of it.
Yeah, I think there's limits. Like you can't even like put trees on it. Cowilia, if you want to watch a crazy pilot, speaking of TV pilots, that Robosaurus was, look into Puchinsky.
I looked this
up.
About this. This looks crazy. We should watch this. Puchinsky.
Put it on the wheel.
Do you want to pull that one up, Chris? We can watch it.
I'm just going to pull up the images when you Google it. Because this shit looks off the chains.
Is it like a talking dog show? Or?
Look at this dog.
I think I've heard people talk about this on
Yeah, I think I
podcasts.
have too.
Did I find a trailer for it or something?
Yeah.
Is it a movie or because
It's a TV pilot.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I know I've brought it up in the podcast a few times before. We could make a meal out of the 100 Lives of Blackjack Savage. Jack, however you say that.
It's only 20 minutes long.
The trailer?
We should do a whole episode of like failed
Jeez.
pilots or something like that. But it's
Make it a pilot Toberfest.
there. You go. How do I?
Pile-I?
What the hell's going on here, YouTube? Jesus Christ!
Autopilot something.
Oil is a tough
Autopilot?
Oh, it's got that guy. Young
He gets killed.
Frankenstein.
But that's not the end of his story. No. He's reincarnated.
Surprise!
As a streetwise bulldog in Brzezinski.
What are you gonna do now? Well, first I'm gonna try licking myself, and then I'm gonna catch my killer.
The talking dog teams
Oh
up
my
with his
God.
astonished
It's like a weird
former
Saturday Night Live
with
skit.
a bite on crime. It's touching.
Look at me. I've become a dog. Taking in now.
It's poignant.
But it's life. It's precious life.
It's unforgettable.
You're a dog. I'm a cop.
Trying so hard to be Turner and Hooch.
All right, that looks pretty good. I would watch it.
It does
I'm
look
not gonna
pretty
lie.
funny.
That makes so much sense for when that came out. It just wasn't very good.
Yeah. Wow.
Huczynski.
All right.
Who knew?
Put that on the wheel, dude.
Pilegist.
David Black left timestamps. Thanks, David. Jinx is a major commenter here.
Oh, yeah.
The Robo-Sor-Ass poster temporarily blinded me, and I am still traumatized. Chris, no one is shaming you for your attraction to Chekhov. We just didn't expect it.
I'm gonna delete that episode.
Please don't.
Chris, you're not helping your cause when you broadcast from your bed while drinking white wine. We like you just the way you are and accept you for who you
Who
are.
amongst us hasn't had too much white wine and lusted for Walter Koenig? Am I right? Am I right?
That's a good point. Let's see. Professor
Look how wide Rebecca's eyes are right now.
Professor Hubert Farnsworth says, I'm with Chris on Bacula. In fact, I'd let him and Dean Stockwell spit roast me like a whole pig.
Fair enough.
All right.
I don't think I understand that comment, but I'm amused.
It was. It doesn't matter.
But we don't have an hour to get into this.
They'd MacGyver something. For vintage sake, Ma says Monster Truck Rally and Blade Runner had a baby. Would have been fun to see this as a 1990s TV show. White wine and funge.
Hell yeah. We should change the name of the podcast to that. White wine and funge. We'd triple our viewers to 9.
Get some sponsors. Some vineyard sponsors. Attic Girl. This movie is a decent-looking tech noir, which doesn't really make much sense and feels like an excitable child was given sugar and the opportunity to write a script. It's let down by awful pacing, with the middle of the film edging us until the inevitable Robosaurus money shot.
It was cool though.
Who was
when
that?
It showed up.
It's Alicia.
Alicia, we need to get Alicia on the pod. That is some biting.
Very well spoken.
Yeah,
she is from
very well.
Britain. I mean, that's
She's British.
yeah.
She's
They always
better
sound
than us.
smarter in those
they
accents.
do. As unusual as it is enjoyable, much like sex with Walter Koenig.
Of course, I think we generally record at about like midnight, 1 a.m. her time. So
Yeah, plus 5 hours. So.
yeah.
And finally, Dave with an alternate title: Rutro Sorass Steel Juicer. I don't know what that means.
Steel juicer.
Steel Juicer.
Chris, your assignment for next week is to do an AI crap hole where you're doing a what do you call it, the 1 hour long ads for something? Infomercial for the ass juicer or whatever the fuck you just said. Sorass Steel Juicer. Make it 1 hour long,
I would
please.
like to see that. That does it for our listener feedback on Robosaurus. Leave a comment down below. Echoes of Dread. What are your thoughts on the AI video of Chris and Walter Koenig?
All right, we have. Oh my God, guys! So this is the thing. All right, whatever. It is what it is. This is the wheel.
Well, wasn't there one that we picked and then we didn't watch because the screener came in for Echoes of Dread?
Oh shit! That is what we're supposed to watch, isn't it?
What was that?
It was Deadly Spawn.
Steel Justice is what I had down that you were gonna watch.
Deadly Spawn. Yeah.
All right.
Deadly Spawn was on the wheel from Nick T.
That's probably what we should watch then.
Yeah, we'd already picked that, hadn't we?
Yeah.
And then
believe
bailed.
so.
What is it? Deadly
Deadly Spawn from 1983.
I'll pull up the trailer. We'll check out that trailer again, just for the shits and gigs of it all. I wish YouTube didn't suck my ass. What the hell's it doing? All right, hold on.
Not like Walter Koenig.
Everybody, calm down.
Oh, this is the one with the penises on the cover. Yeah.
Cool. Pretty cool.
In a land before time.
First, there was the invasion of the body snatchers.
Oh, shit.
Then there was Alien. Now there is the Deadly Spawn.
Good.
It began
narrator.
with a meteor crashing to Earth. No one knew the mystery of the mutant spores.
Oh,
it
dude, this is
contained.
badass.
Now they are free. They will grow and reproduce rapidly, eating
Like Walter
anything
Koenig.
and anyone in their path.
Viv. Kind of like you, young you.
The
Flash.
I had glasses.
The nightmare
Tim Cook or whatever
is
from Apple, or
just
whatever that guy's name is.
But it was Philip Cook.
No, it did look like a young Steve Jobs.
Dude, this looks good.
That is Steve Jobs. It's the Velociraptors.
Oh man, that's badass. This is gonna be great. Well, I'm guessing this is available everywhere, right?
This does look like a fun 80s slasher.
It looks like it's on YouTube. Like, there's a 1 hour, 18-minute one
Perfect time.
on YouTube. But then it's on Sling.
If it's on Philo, don't you have that
Yeah.
shit? Whatever the fuck
Philo?
that
I
is.
don't know what that is.
I don't know either. I think it's on Tubi.
There was
Isn't it on
Comet
Tubi?
TV. That's
The
what
full,
channel
yeah, like
on this.
Rebecca said, the full movie is on YouTube. You can find it if you want to find it. If you don't want to find it, then you didn't want to find it.
It is not on Tubi.
How dare them? I might opt for the Amazon rental to get all those pixels. You know what I'm saying? Instead of the YouTube bad rip.
Yeah, sometimes those YouTube rips are pretty rough.
Pretty rough. That's it for this week's episode. Maybe next week Aaron and AJ will show up. Probably
Maybe
not.
even Lindsay.
Let's not get our hopes up. Let's not set ourselves up for disappointment.
I think the only way to get Lindsay back on the show is if we do Witchcraft 17.
Well, let's
Do
do
you
it.
have to make it?
No, it's made. We just
It's-
got
Oh, it is made? Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
We have to buy it. Can we buy it like individually? We'll look into that.
This will be fun for me because I've only seen one witchcraft movie. What? This is why I'm the bubbly one on the podcast.
What one did you watch?
I haven't had my spirit broken. The first one.
Oh, you only watched the first one? Everybody's watched the first one.
I mean, it's kind of like Hellraiser. It's best if you only watch
All right.
the first one.
I'm gonna buy it. It's available on DVD for $9. So I'm gonna buy Witchcraft 17, and then I'll rip it, and then
The initiation.
we can cover it.
Like, once we're done with the wheel.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
it's
can
a
either buy it
Dustin
new for
Ferguson
$9
movie.
or used for 17, which makes absolutely no sense. Guys, that's it for this week's episode. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go to the iTunes, leave a review. Go check out Philip J. Cook's movie Echoes of Dread on Amazon and support indie filmmaking. Join the Patreon, patreon.com/badmovienightshow. And anything else? If you're a patron already, start in the Slack or on the Patreon. Start letting us know what your next movie is you want to check out or get on the wheel, because we need to re-up the wheel, I guess. Because we only got one more movie left, and that's, what was it, House of the Dead or something?
House of the Dead.
Yeah. So, all right.
everybody
Time to refresh the Patreon wheel. And that's it, guys. We will catch you here next time when we watch The Deadly Spawn. Good. Bye. Nothing like being in a dirty motel room after a long night of not very passionate lovemaking with the star of Echoes of Dread.
God, it's me.
Boy.
Let me turn this around, and then we're going to talk about the film. Austin.
Yeah.
We're back. It's been a little while since you were featured on the Bad Movie Night channel.
It's true.
But you were on a podcast episode like 5 years ago.
Yeah, for like 5 minutes.
5 minutes ago.
Yeah, that's pretty
Or
cool.
for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So Philip Cook is notable on our channel, our podcast. Many of our viewers are fans of his films.
He's notorious.
He's a notorious, long-time filmmaker.
Yes.
I did an interview with him, I think, a year or two ago. What was his last movie that came out? It wasn't
Ghost
Pungo.
Planet.
Was it Ghost Planet?
Ghost Planet,
which we enjoyed on the show as well. And Phil was nice enough to send us the copy of Echoes of Dread that we watched and are currently talking about on this current podcast episode. But I was filming a short film this week, and it just happened to star one Austin Green of Echoes of Dread fame. So we thought maybe we'll talk a little bit about the movie as well.
Yes.
As a companion to this podcast episode.
So, I'll start by... I got an audition with Philip Cook originally for a film called Ghost Planet, which we had mentioned previously.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do it. There was logistical reasons. My kids were just born. It was just a tumultuous time, and so I could not do it. But coincidentally, I had seen on the Bad Movie Night podcast, because I unironically watch your channel sometimes.
Interesting.
That you guys were fans of this Phil Cook guy.
Yeah.
And so I told you, I called you, I was like, you wouldn't believe it. I just did an audition with Phil Cook. And you guys you were like, Phil Cook? And so it was your enthusiasm that made me, yes, it was, that made me excited to audition for him the next time he came around. So whenever he had the Echoes of Dread, whenever that was, I think it was on Backstage.com or something like that, and I saw the audition, I put in for it. And it was your enthusiasm.
What about the enthusiasm made you?
Because I saw how much you guys... I saw you and AJ especially. But everyone on your channel were just talking about how much effort was clearly underneath each of these movies.
Mm-hmm.
That even whenever you had stuff that felt like they weren't exactly big budget, that there was just a lot of intention and heart, and everything was very purposeful.
Yeah.
And as an actor... that's what I want. I want things to be intentional and purposeful and clear and fun. And his movies are fun. So
his movies are certainly fun. So the element that you could see a filmmaker who is very passionate about his project makes it exciting for you as an actor to be a part of.
Yeah.
Is that what you would say?
yeah, well, and it's also like I want to have a good time on set. And if
Sure.
the person writes in a fun way, and I read his script, I almost never read a script in one shot, but when I was sent the Echoes of Dread script, I read it in one shot, and so I was like, "Oh, clearly, like I want to do this."
Yeah, he never has pacing issues in his movies. They're
they
fast,
move.
they're entertaining. Before you know it, they're over.
Yeah, they really move, and also, I didn't realize until I read the full script that I was like, "Oh, this is like a spiritual successor to the Despiser, which has its own kind of cult audience,
Yeah,
and its own reputation." And I like that film a lot. And it's over the top and fun. So yeah, I was like, I want to be part of that like world. I think Phil Cook builds really good worlds that you watch and you're like, I want to be in this world.
yeah.
Like I want to play a video game in this world.
Yeah.
I want to be in that space. He has this way of really creating that sense of scope. And so and also, frankly, Phil is a brutally honest person.
Sure is. I remember him talking to me about Transient. I was like, damn, Phil.
So there's...
what do you really feel?
But I can respect that in the sense that I'm not getting any fluff, that I'm just going to get
Yeah,
his
that's true, right?
unbridled opinion and feelings and thoughts. And that makes a working relationship feel trusting.
It is worse when someone's like, yeah, you did a really great job, and you know they're fucking lying.
Oh, no, I don't want somebody to, like, flatter me superficially.
Well,
I mean, I like hearing
that's not what
positivity.
you said after our lovemaking session this morning.
Oh,
but
you know, I like when you reward me. You know what I mean? But
you were rewarded, my friend.
I was rewarded.
It was rewarded.
But I like when somebody genuinely compliments me. That's maybe the thing. If you get somebody like Phil Cook, who you know can brutally tell you what he thinks about something, if he likes it, then you feel like you did something right.
You did, yeah. You did an actual job. You earned it.
And he was happy on set when we're doing stuff. He'd be like, "Whoa, hey, this is really great," and he'd be excited about it. And so, I was like, "Oh, cool. We're part of this world."
So you had mentioned that he builds these really interesting worlds. So what was that like being on set? How did that kind of manifest itself? Like, in what ways?
Well, because he used this interesting blend of all these different techniques with practical and CGI and all this other stuff. So it was almost like it was a unique film in the sense that I felt like I was part of a movie that was made in, like, it could have been made in the 80s, 90s, or the early 2000s.
Okay.
So it was like nostalgic to me. Just some of the beats felt like that. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It's maybe so subliminal it can't really be put into words, but there's just kind of an old school vibe to how the film feels. I think you probably feel that when you watch it too.
Yeah.
Especially with, like, just anytime I see big oil tankers or like explosions or anything like that, I'm just feeling like, hell yeah, Terminator, baby.
Yeah.
You know? But I did get a sense that anytime we were on a location, that he had a much bigger location in mind.
Okay.
But
So you
that he
knew-
was going to achieve it in one way or another. But he's setting up, okay, we're going to be over here, and then he would tell us, over there it's going to be a big thing, you're going to see all this
Wow.
stuff. So you get the sense that the world is going to be like that, but instead of being inside of a green screen room, we would just be on location. And he's just standing there with a camera, just a man with a camera, just one man showing it.
Damn.
And he's, like, over the top confident, so you feel confident.
Well, he's very experienced too. Like you said, he's
Yeah.
been doing this since the 80s, if maybe even the 70s.
Yeah, his
I'm not
confidence
sure.
comes from experience, for sure.
For sure. So there's that sequence in the film where you're like in the tub, your nude scene.
Yeah, you were looking
which
forward
I'm
to
going to
that.
pull screenshots to post here for everyone's his nude scene. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I was looking for it. So, like, what was that effect? How was that effect achieved? Was it just you reacting? Or?
It was just me reacting to this, and yeah, like, he was just telling me what was happening, but I didn't think it was going to look as good as it did.
As it did.
Well, I mean, you just don't know what you're going to see.
Yeah.
So it kind of surprised me how effective those, like, slug things were.
I thought it looked great.
Yeah.
How long were you filming for?
What, that take?
No, just that, the whole movie.
I think it was 2 batches of 4 days. It was like 8 days total.
Okay, not too bad.
It was, yeah.
Did you do a lot of takes, or how does he work in that regard?
I don't think so.
It's like, nailed it, let's
I
move
felt
on.
like we just...
Snappy?
Yeah, it was pretty snappy.
Did he do all the lighting and stuff himself?
Yeah, like, he did, like, everything by himself pretty
Wow.
much. He built some of that little
cave
system. He built that outside in his backyard. So, like, as soon as
Crazy.
we rolled up to his house, you could see, like, in his backyard, he just had this thing sitting out there. It's been raining.
Yeah.
It's just... And I was like, oh, okay. And then when you see it in the dark and
It looks
well
cool.
lit, it's
It looks
really
cool in the
amazing.
movie. What,
You know?
what about so like the CGI monsters and stuff? Did he have any way of? Was there a stand-in or anything like that, or is just?
I don't think so. There may have been from time to time. To me, it's a blur because it's, you know how these work days go. They're just like, they can be pretty
there's a lot,
long.
yeah.
It's a lot going on, and there's a lot of intensity. And, you know, when I'm on set, mostly I'm just working with the other actor. Like, I'm working with Michelle predominantly. And
what was she like?
She was amazing. And she's a New York actress, and so she has a certain New York hustle.
Okay.
That is really good to be around because it kind of forces you to keep up with that level of, like, care. And so there was a lot of excitement from her. So we went over our scenes in great detail, and we always made sure to come with plans and ideas and things like that. And so and Phil was pretty generous to allow us to flesh them out, but if he didn't like them, he would just tell us. But a lot of the times he would let us play.
Interesting.
Not everybody lets you play.
No. So you when did you shoot this movie? How long do you know how long it took for post? Because there's an incredible amount of effects and.
I think it was late last year.
Alright, so that's not too bad.
I can actually tell you because
You just wanted to show off.
I
your
realize
fun.
I know. I'm just. Gee, I think the thing is, my life is such a blur.
Yeah.
Because I'm popping off from one thing to the next all the time.
He's a big famous actor, guys.
It's hard like that. May and June of last year.
So it was like less than a year until he finished the movie.
Yeah, so I remember there was like 4 days. There's a batch of 4 days at the end of May.
Or about a year, I guess. Yeah.
And you get really into this world because we were basically living at his house.
So that was his house.
Well,
All of it.
yeah, there was an Airbnb that we stayed at the first time. And so we get into that, and that's like our home for that period of time. And then with Michelle, when everybody was kind of winding down for the day, her and I would just watch his other movies. So we watched like Despiser together. We watched Invader.
I don't think we watched Invader.
What's the other one? Outer World.
Outer World we watched, and we watched Pungo, The Witch's Tale. We watched Despiser.
I mean, that was the goal for Michelle and I. Was we really wanted to match his tone. Like, we really wanted to capture, because there's like a Phil Cook movie vibe.
Yeah.
And I felt like it's almost like if you're just coming at this from like a strictly actor-esque point of view, you could miss out on the fun of a Phil Cook movie. So there was almost like there's certain moments where you could play things bigger, but you still have to keep it grounded enough, because his worlds are relatively grounded.
They are, well, actually, yeah, that's what I was going to say about this one in particular. Is almost much more grounded than most of his movies, I felt like.
Yeah.
Like, in Pungo and stuff, you're going into like alternate dimensions and shit like that, and Ghost Planet's all future. You know what I mean? Despiser, they like go to hell or whatever.
Yeah.
And they drive that fucking car in hell, which was badass.
Yeah, man. Ford Taurus, man.
Yeah, Ford Taurus. But in this one, it's like pretty grounded, but still has like tons of the effects and shit like that.
Yeah. And it was nice because I got to like, especially in the second week, we were at his house, which is the same house that you had.
Yeah.
We had what is it called?
Dutch Colonial.
Dutch Colonial.
I know, it's crazy.
We were watching the movie and Chris was like, "Wait, that's my house."
That's my house, Phil. What'd you do with my house?
But when we were there, it was nice because like his lovely wife is, she's like making us this great food, and we're hanging out, we're having coffee, and we're hanging out in the evening, we're eating food together, and Phil has a treasure trove of interesting stories because he's been doing this stuff forever.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, to me, the big excitement is working with somebody that made movies from a period in which I watched a lot of those movies. Like, I was really interested in movies from the 80s and 90s. And so to see somebody that actually, how they work and what the differences are kind of between filmmaking and their perspectives back then versus now, and seeing how that blends together in a modern day film. And I think Phil is just kind of a fearless person. He just does what he wants.
He approaches things without limits, and that's what I appreciate about it. He'll write a script and a story that I'm like, well, that can't be made because I don't have millions and millions of dollars, and he's like, it doesn't matter.
Phil doesn't give
nothing
a shit.
Holds him back, which is what's cool.
Yeah, and he's like, I don't care what you think. He's like, I don't care if these things you could say that this particular CGI bump is not the highest fidelity or whatever, but once your eyes kind of adjust to this world, you just accept it.
Yeah.
And the story's good enough where you never question it. Once you accept it,
you're in it.
And you're in it, and that's part of the fun of it,
Did it take you a little while to get into the world?
No.
No,
because I showed up and I think I knew what I was getting myself into. Because I just watched those movies enough that I was like, okay, I think I know the tone. I think the biggest thing was just communicating with Michelle and making sure we were both on the same page.
Yeah, and you guys seem to have you guys seem to get along well.
Trying to match that tone. Yeah, trying to like be like, what would we be like in that world? In this world, that the script is established. I mean, you don't want to like box somebody in and be like, oh, this is this person's type of movie, so he makes these types of movies. I'm not saying that.
No.
At the end of the day, it's this script that we're focused on.
Yeah.
But there is I could infer a lot of what this movie's vibe was supposed to be based off of those other movies.
He does have a voice through line through his movies that do go into camp and do have elements of humor throughout most of them, even when there are serious subject matter. And they're always, to me, kind of maybe a comic booky kind of feel and fun vibe to them. They're never overly serious for the most part. But yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't take itself too seriously.
Yeah.
But it's also done with a lot of effort.
Tons. Yeah.
So I think that's why it's respectable when you're watching his movies, is that like even if something doesn't have the biggest budget, you can see all of the handiwork involved in it.
Yep.
So yeah.
Awesome. Anything else you want to say about Echoes of Dread?
Well, I can't wait to hear what the Bad Movie Night podcast has to say about Echoes of Dread, and as a result, I'm also curious what your audience, what your listeners. I'm hoping people get to see
check it out.
I hope people are inspired.
Do you know when it officially? It's out now.
It's out
on Amazon.
Now.
So
you
you can
Amazon
rent
Prime.
it.
I think you can even get Blu-ray and DVDs on Prime right now.
There you
so
go.
if you were into that, if you're a collector, of these kinds of things, And this is something that Phil had told me, he was kind of getting to this point where he wasn't sure if he was going to be making movies anymore. And then when Echoes of Dread, when we were going through it, I think it may have reawakened the monster inside Phil Cook. So we'll see. I think he's interested in making more.
Why was he? Why didn't?
I don't know. I don't know. You'd have to ask him.
It is hard. It's hard to market out there.
But it turns out it's just impossible to make movies.
It's very difficult. Yeah.
But I think he had said, I don't want to speak for him, but we'd had conversations where he was just talking about like, all right, maybe Ghost Planet's the last one, whatever. Just feeling that sense of kind of winding down, not being sure if he wanted to keep making movies.
Yeah.
And I think the monster has awoken.
I mean, like when you spend so much of Phil is in his movies, like you spend so much time and effort and time and money, and you make something, and then because of the nature of the marketplace now, and the nature of the internet and the world, is you put a movie out there, it's incredibly difficult to even get anyone to watch your movie, so making any money back is almost impossible. And then 2, you'll go on Letterboxd, and after you spent hundreds of thousands of hours and blood, sweat, and tears putting yourself into something, the comment will be, this is crap.
Yeah,
and it's like,
exactly.
So
after all this effort I put in, people are gonna shit.
Yeah, it's like you didn't even bother to be critical. I'm cool with actual thought out criticism.
Yeah.
But when someone just says something like that, it's like, what have you made? Like, and it becomes, he's been doing this a long time. I could see how he could become cynical, but his movies don't reflect that.
No, I don't think he is cynical.
Yeah, that's great. I hope he keeps making movies, because this one was fun as shit.
Yeah.
So
I'm curious. I'm also curious if this storyline will continue in any kind of way, or where that would go.
Despiser 3.
Who knows?
Back.
I don't know. Does that
dude? It opens up with you walking into a garage. You pull the thing off, and it's an old Ford Taurus. It's all dusty.
Oh my god!
You look over to Michelle, and you're like, "We're going to hell." Despiser 3.
I think Phil should steal that. That's really
Go
good.
for it, Phil. That'd be bad.
Phil, you're allowed to have that idea.
All right. Austin, thank you for doing this.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Thanks for listening to the Bad Movie Night Podcast.